In this video, we will learn about how to create our own publisher and subscriber. Previously, we made a video regarding a talker and listener, and it was using built-in ROS functions, ROS programs. So we can have a talker and it was sending out a data. And then we had a listener. It was like a subscriber and receiving the data. But the key point in that code was that it was using built-in ROS functions, scripts, programming, you name it. Okay, everything used in that code was built in ROS. Now what we are going to do is that we are going to use our own dummy package and create our own subscriber and publisher, right? So we will be doing some coding for that instead of using our built-in functions or scripts. So first thing first, we need to make our own package, right? And we saw that how to make a package or workspace in the previous video, but we will quickly go through that in this video to make our own new dummy package. Actually, I will be making same package once again. That was basic football. And then I will use a football scoring concept for making our publisher and subscriber. So first thing first, let's open a new tab. Okay, let me clear this. Now, first thing first, let's go to our workspace that we created previously. So let's see what do we have over there. ROS2 workspace. We created this yesterday, the video, and we can see we are in that folder. Now, we have another folder in this, and for that I wrote the command ls, and it showed me we have src folder over there. So we want to create our package. I told you that everything, most of the stuff we will have inside this folder of src. But you can see here, right now we are in the folder ROS2 workspace. So first of all, I have to open this folder src. So it's really easy, cd dash ROS2 workspace, and then this folder. We can see we are inside that folder. Just to confirm, we will write pwd and it will confirm it to us. We are in this folder. Now, next step is to create our dummy package. You can create any other package. For example, you want to monitor temperature or any other concept that you like. For me, I'm creating this basic football because recently a World Cup was concluded. So I'm following that concept here. So in this video, once again, we will be creating a football score publisher and subscriber. So first of all, for that, let's create this package. So ROS2 package create, right? This is what we want to do. Then we have to define this build or build type. We want Python, right? And then basic football. Okay. So this is our package that we created. You can name it anything. You can name it basic soccer. If you want, I don't know what is the spelling of that, but I believe it is football. So we will create basic football package. So it has created the package. Just to confirm, let's see what we have in this folder now. So you can see we have src folder, this one, and inside that we have basic football package. It also shows me basic ROS, quadrotal basics, these two packages which I created previously. So if in case you have not installed any other packages, you will be only shown this basic football package over here. Now, the next step is really easy. We will go back to our folder workspace, right? And we have to do this build. If you are following my videos, you will know that why do we do this build? Because every time we add or remove something in the package folder or src folder, we need to do this build. So it will build all the packages and everything once again. And once again, it is showing me 3 packages. So the reason is that I already had 2 packages which were basic ROS and quadrotor basics. So if you have not installed any other packages, it will show you as one package right over here. Okay. So the next step is to install the setup. Source, install, setup. Okay, so it has installed the package. So let's see if I made any mistake. So I will write ls. So it is showing me build install log s. Now I want to see if my package is installed. It's basic football. So for that, it's very simple command. ROS2 package list. Then grep football. So it shows me that we have a package installed with the name basic football. When I write football over here, it grabs all the package with this keyword. If in case I write basic, it will show me all the packages with basics. So I already discussed this in the other video. So if you want to go in more detail about this, so you can refer to that video. Now, the key point is that we have created our package, which is called basic football. So the package is created. Now, the next step is we need to create our publisher and subscriber. Recall that previously we did a program or wrote a code for talker and listener. So these commands which were used for talker and listener, they were built in basic ROS package, right? So now we want to create our own subscriber and publisher. That is the main aim of this video. So in order to create a publisher, first of all, let's go to its folder and see what do we have over there. ROS2, workspace, right? Workspace src, and then we have this basic football package, and then we have basic football Python module. So let's see if we are in that folder, so we can see exactly where we are. We are in this Python module, basic football folder. Now, let's see what do we have in this folder. So we have only one file of Python, which is in it. So we want to create our publisher Python file. So it's very easy. Whenever you want to create or open any Python file, you simply have to write this nano. Okay. And after that, you need to write the name of that file. If it exists, if it does not exist, you can write it and it will create that file for you. The key point is you must remember we have to end this with .py. Okay, this is the extension of Python. This is very important. If you don't write this, then it will not know. I think it will not know which file format is this. This is very important. So when you press enter, it will open that file. So you can clearly see over here, FootballScorePublisher.py. So the file is created. Now in this Python file, we will be writing a code for Football Score Publisher, but this video series is about learning ROS. So we will not learn how to do programming in Python. Okay. So I will leave this code in the description so you can directly copy and paste it over here, which is for the publisher. So we have this code. It's not that short actually. It starts from up there. And we have this, I think, 15 to 20 lines code. Once you have done this, after that, we need to save this and exit this window. So how to do that in ROS? So simply press Ctrl and O. Then after that, press Enter and then Ctrl plus S. So that file is actually saved with that. Step is that we will go to the package folder, which was basic football package folder. So we need to go to that folder. How do we do that? ROS2, workspace, sc, basic folder. So we are in this folder. The reason we are going into this folder is that let's assume we are doing simulation in MATLAB and we have all these function files, Simulink files. Let's talk about function files. So we can make a function file, okay? But along with that, we also need another code which will call that function file, okay? So using same concept, we have created this publisher Python file, but we need setup file which will call and use this publisher code, okay? So what we can do is that we can create a setup Python file, okay? When we press enter, it will show us some code. We need to add our own code into this because we are creating our own publisher. So how do we do that? We don't need to learn about the coding of Python at the moment because we are doing and we are learning ROS coding. So at the moment, our all focus will be on that. Later on, when we will be doing simulations on real robotic systems, then at that time, I will explain to you all these codes that how to do the coding of Python and what we need to do over here. But at the moment, simply copy paste this setup code. Once again, you can see here, we have this long code. How do we save that? Control O, then enter, and then Control X. So the setup file has been saved. Next step is really easy. And I'm sure you already know this, that whenever we create these files, what we need to do is that we need to go to the main workspace folder and then build it. Build. So it will do all this building and preparing the files for us. The next step is source, install, setup, bash. Okay. If everything went well, it has installed the setup. Now we can run our publisher code. So ROS2 run. What should it run? It should run this package, right? So ROS2 run basic, the name of our package, right? And there we have this publisher. If I have not made any mistake, it will publish the football score now. So you can see 0 goals, 1 goal, 2 goals. It is publishing this goals. Now, how do we verify this? We need to open another window. So what we need to do is that rc node list. So you can see we have football score publisher over here. rc topic list. You can see we have football score over here. rc topic info football score. It will show us how many publishers do we have and how many subscribers do we have. At the moment, we have only one publisher, right? So we should have publisher value equal to 1, subscriber value equal to 0. So let's see. Yes, you can see publisher count equal to 1 and subscription count is equal to 1. Now, we can directly read this information in real time without creating a subscriber as well. If you recall, we have this command. Anything you write after echo, it will be published as it is. Okay, so we can use this command to read the information sent by the publisher in real time. How do we do that? ROS2 topic echo. What's the name of the topic? This one. So you can see it is reading that information. Once again, how do we verify this? ROS2 topic list, right? We have these topics. So topic info of football. So you can see we have publisher count equal to 1 and subscription count equal to 1. Now, the aim of this video was to create a publisher and subscriber. So in the next part of this video, I will tell you how do we create a subscriber. It's the same concept, same steps, and we will have a subscriber for that. So let's go to the Python package folder. First of all, ROS2, workspace, src, basic, football, and then we have basic. We can see what do we have here. We can see we have now two Python files. One was already here, and then we created this football score publisher Python. Now we want to create football score subscriber. So how do we do that? Nano, okay. Football score subscriber .py. This is important. Adding this extension. Okay. Sorry. Now we can see we have this new window opened here. So we will copy paste this code into this video. Sorry, in this tab, not in this video. So we will copy paste the video. You can see once again it's a long code over here, but we don't want to learn this at this point because we are learning ROS. So how to save this? Control O, then enter, and then Control X. So we have saved our subscriber Python file. Next step is to add this subscriber file to the setup file that we created. Remember, we created a publisher and then we created a setup Python file as well. So we have to add this to the setup file. So how do we do that? We can either go step by step to that folder or we can directly open it like this. ROS2 workspace rc this folder. You can either go to this folder or you can also directly open it using nano command and writing the full path of that file. You can see we copy pasted this code previously. Now what we need to do is that we need to add our code about subscriber. So it's actually same as this line above over here. So what we need to do is that write a code football score subscriber equal to basic football, okay, and then dot football subscriber. Be careful about spellings over here because earlier I made a mistake and it was not working because instead of subscriber I wrote subscriber. This S was not written, so there were some problems in the code. So we have written this code over here. Just to confirm the spelling, football score subscriber equal to basic football dot football score subscriber. Okay. How do we save it? Control O, enter, and Control X. So now we have created a subscriber and also added its command to the setup. Next step, you tell me what we need to do. We need to create this build, right? Because we modified codes. We go the main folder, will build, and it will update the files. After that, we will install because we also changed command over here. So setup bash should also be installed. So it's done now. If I have not made any mistake, so it should work. ROS2 run basic football score. Right. Now the thing is, we have in the first tab, the football score is updated using publisher. In the second tab, the data is read in real time using that echo command, echo. Now we have created a subscriber. So let's see if it works. There is a problem. We will fix it. So now I'll press enter. So you can see it is receiving the score. So you can see here current score 429430. If I go directly to the third tab, so you can see received score 432. And similarly, Echo is also publishing the score over here. So this was about how to create a package, then how to create a publisher and a subscriber. So just to give you a review, what we did is that first of all, we created a package. We created a dummy package. If I stop this using Control C, I will go at the top. First of all, we created a dummy package. And then for that package, what we did is that we created a publisher. So once a publisher was created, after that, we had to create this setup a .py file as well. So it can call this publisher file. After doing that, we updated the build in the main folder and also installed this setup.bash. Okay. And then we ran the code and we got this football score. We verified this using this command of nodes and topic lists. Okay. In nodes, we had FootballScorePublisher. At that time, we had not created a subscriber. And in topics, we had FootballScore parameter events crossed out. We are not using these two at the moment, so just focus on football score. After that, I obtained the info. So we had one publisher and there was no subscription count. Okay. So I used this echo command to obtain the data in real time. In the next step, I created a subscriber. We subscribed to the information sent by this publisher. And the process was same as the previous one. We used this nano command to create this Python file of football score subscriber. And after that, we added this command to the setup file. Okay. And then we updated all these files in the main workspace using coin build and then installed the setup bash. After that, I ran the code for the football score subscriber and we could see the information. So this was everything we did in this video. I hope it helps you. I learned it today, so I wanted to record this video immediately. If you have any question, leave it in the comments. And if I made any mistake, please point it out in the video and let me know in the comments so I can also correct my mistakes. Thank you and have a nice day.